What's going on, you guys? Bridget here for another live stream. Sorry I'm a little late, you guys. Had a couple things to do, but we are back and ready to get with it. So it looks like we had a couple things that didn't come into fruition these last couple of days, but that's okay. We can't be 100% perfect, or else we would all be millionaires, right? So we had a couple of trades that we had in the Discord. We had a long position, Great Britain pound. We had a long position also in the euro dollar as well. And also, if you look into price, we can see that Bitcoin is having that little retracement. I'm actually going to go to the 30-minute chart at this time, you guys. As you can see, we can see a little bearish, but it's still looking bullish just because we can see that market price is still showing validation to the upside. That being said, you guys, if we see this area, that's why I put my stop loss at 3850, right? So 3,850, sorry. So 3,850, put my stop loss. We put that also in the Discord. You guys can see that I had that also in the crypto signals. We didn't get stopped out just yet in this trade, guys. We had that position up. I put stopped out position waiting for better entry on the ETH trade earlier. So we can see that market price is still showing validation to the upside, meaning that we can still see a nice bullish breakout to that 4,000 level where we're probably going to see possibly, we can already see that price definitely try to hit yesterday, excuse me. And then now we can see that bullish price could maybe go into. This is Thursday. We can see the 200 moving average. So this is what I had for our analysis. We had that price was market consolidation breakout, target 4,000 to 4,250. Weekly lows on Wednesday, but it looks like weekly lows were set on Thursday. So at this time, we can still see a nice bullish momentum outside of this as well. So we had a couple of drawdown states, which is totally fine. We see a perfect touch to the 200 EMA. We see a spike to the downside. We see a pin bar candle, which if you guys know about Japanese candlesticks, pin bar candles mean reversal formations, right? Reversal tactics. So if we want to see this, we want to see a bullish momentum to the upside, test that 150 area. After we see that 150 area, that's validation of a bullish trend, right? So we want to see that 150, that break and retest. So we want to see this market be hit. Obviously, this is more so of a day trading position. We're going to see a break to the upside, retest, and then once you see that retest to that 150, and now that becomes support, right? After that becomes support, then we officially can be able to go into that upwards trend. So going forward into more market predictions, I want to actually just map that out. Break and retest, market price. Alrighty, so break and retest, market price 150. So super, so this is where we want to see market price join in the near future. So when we're seeing market price move into this higher frequency or higher value, okay, once we see market price move into a higher value, then that's when we can see that we're able to use this validation to go up to higher sources, right? So we can see on the Discord, we wanted to have that ETH, that breakthrough. Stop losses at 145. We're at 147, right? Broke that, went to 143 last night. And then we had that consolidation at that high peak. So what we want to see is break that 150, have that break and retest. After we see that break and retest of market price, then we will see a shoot to the upside. And we can also see stochastics is low as well. So stochastics is low. That shows volatility is being built up. To the upside, we might see a nice breakout to the high, and that's why I really do believe that we're gonna have a breakout more so than just a continuation, right? So a breakout to the upside is gonna be huge validation for us to make some big profits for the US dollar as well. I'm just gonna make sure that everybody's here. I don't know exactly where it's going here right now. Make sure, stop streaming. All right, we should be all set to go. So moving forward, that is where my analysis for ETH, also with BTC. Market price definitely break to the upside, consolidation, breakout. After you see that consolidation breakout, we should now see that retest of that high. And then after that high is validated, perfect market price shoot out to the upside. So moving forward, we go into XRP. We see XRP has definitely been making that low formation. Definitely going to see a spike to the upside. This is a huge bullish breakout formation here. Definitely going to see upwards momentum for XRP in the near future. Definitely going to see that upside momentum shoot price up to the highs and then from there maybe test 35. We'll see. Possibly we can see that inverse head and shoulders, and then maybe price spike up even higher, where then we'll have that nice stable line at that 3250 or 32,500. This could be our support level. So if we do see market price break up to that high and consolidate and bounce off this level, we're definitely going to be taking some large positions to the upside, showing that that's a validation of a bullish continuation. So these are the three most largest trades that we're going to be looking to for XRP in general. For cryptos. So we're going to go into the US dollar right now. We can see US Treasury bonds did a spike up yesterday out of that consolidation of lows. We can see that was just a swing high. Market price bounced up. It caught consolidation, made that third top of the high. We want to see, we had one high, two high. Now we see a third high, right? So then making that morning star formation, which then we'll see a continuation down to the downside. This is just basically trapping those buyers for the market retrace one more time. So if we go into Great Britain pound, we can see that market price was consolidating at this area with two shift bars, right? We had a shift bar up, shift bar down, which then is validating that we're in consolidation. So consolidation, maybe a false breakout to the downside, test those lower levels, trap those short traders, and then spike price higher. So we're going to definitely be seeing some turnover with a lot of these markets. You can see the same thing here. Liquidity trap on a Thursday. Liquidity is being trapped in this area. Definitely going to shift price to the downside after we have that confirmation with that breakout, because a lot of these traders are long right now just due to a lot of momentum to the upside for the US dollar bouncing back off yesterday. Then we can also see that the gold as well, making that swing low. Nothing to be alarmed, you guys. Swing low. Then we're probably going to see that swing high to the upside one more time to break that resistance level. And then now we're going to have market price value go up even higher, which is going to be cool. So, hey guys, how's it going? I was like, wow, I haven't heard anybody on the live stream, so I'm glad to see you guys now. So, hey, how's it going, guys? Hi, Brenton. Your USD trade hit my trailing stop. Sweet, awesome. So, a small profit. Yeah, so yesterday was definitely a hit and miss type trades. So yesterday, like I said, we can't be 100% perfect. So what, for instance, like yesterday, we saw market price go into consolidation. I knew it was gonna be a breakout, so this is where I caught the breakout at that low. Obviously, we got in at this low here, so I'll actually go into it more. So we got caught into that low, and then we saw it break out to that high, right? And then now consolidation of price, which is totally fine, because when you see consolidation of price on a Thursday already moving to the upside, we're definitely going to see price probably continue to that upside in the near future. Your discretion is advised, you guys. Make sure that you guys are looking at the price at 15-minute chart or maybe even lower, because now you can see that the buildup liquidity from this area has to go out somewhere, right? So a lot of people are short right now because they saw highs hit here, highs hit here. So we might finish the week in consolidation. I'm not going to say that we won't. But as of right now, it really does look like we're going to finish the week in consolidation. Just to do with the spikes of the high, I don't think momentum of price is going to be able to shoot up even higher as of right now. Now I'm looking for a re-entry in EUR USD. Yeah, so I'll just wait as of right now for the EUR USD, because we possibly are not going to see a breakout as of right now. I would say next week we're going to see more momentum, but the ADR, I think, or the ADW, or the ADR, average daily range, average weekly range is what AWR, excuse me, average weekly range. We should see market price move out of this consolidation area in the near future, but not just yet, because we haven't established a good consolidation breakout just yet. We'll look at treasury bonds to be able to excel to see if market price will break out of that area. But as you guys can see, treasury bonds is showing that nice formation to the downside, but it is being propped up as of right now. So that prop up is definitely going to give me a decision maker that I'm not going to get into that euro trade just yet. I'm going to wait for price to actually bounce, or this is USD JPY, excuse me, US dollar. So right here, we can see that market price is definitely just made a swing high. So once we see price retrace down a little lower, then I'll be able to correlate with where I'm going to be going long for the euro dollar as well, to give us more probability. So Perfect. Yeah. So just wait right now. We'll definitely look into that. I'm going to definitely keep my eye on for the euro trades as well, because we're gonna. What I wanted to talk about is that there's a transition happening, you guys, where it's going to be huge. So sorry, I didn't mean not answer your question, Justin. So is it possible we may have just formed another lower high on the micro scale for BTC? Chance we could retrace back to lows without moving higher before? Yeah, of course, definitely. There's definitely high probability, but for me, I really believe that price is definitely going to break out of this area. Like, we definitely have been having that fear, right? So we talked about the trauma and the fear, the psychological aspects, how we lose hope, we lose trust, and we just want to be able to like think of the best route. So that has to do with formulation of psychology. So what happens is that we've had so many of these highs, right? We've been waiting as crypto traders, as also as speculation investors. We saw this high, oh my gosh, it's going to go back up. Then it breaks down, right? We saw this high, oh my gosh, it's going to break up, right? So we see all these times where price is giving us these false hopes, right, of price moving up higher. This is what induces your psychology, your psychological aspect of your mind that wants to create that basically despair, right? That despair and not having belief. And then that is when the breakout happens, when you give up or when you stop trying, right? So it's like stopping 3 feet from gold. You don't want to stop 3 feet from gold. You just want to give it that trust. So what I believe now, due to the lunar cycle establishing that new moon, or excuse me, full moon yesterday and the day before yesterday, we see RSI not overbought yet, right? It's not overbought essentially. We can still see a breakout, you guys. And this is the time where the breakout would happen, is because a lot of traders, I mean, I'm looking and researching, they've been saying, oh, Bitcoin back to 2.5, Bitcoin back to 3.2. It's like, all right, cool. Like, that's a good analogy, or good hypothesis for sure. Definitely agree with you. But you don't want to be the person to lose out on a big breakout due to having fear that the market is going to go back down. So that being said, we're going to keep into consideration that market price will go up higher as of right now, Justin. I really believe internally in my heart that I really believe Bitcoin and cryptos in general are going to have a nice break from February to March. I can't say anything above that, but I can say as of right now, we're definitely going to be seeing a bullish breakout. And the fundamental data I don't really look at, but if I really did want to look at the fundamental data, it would show some type of validation as well. But I'm just going off technical analysis, pressure, volume, liquidity, and I'm just going off what market price usually does. So moving forward, I definitely want to see that break of the resistance. We saw that spike to the highs. So with cryptos in general, I do see price moving to that 4,000 level, even to that 4,250 level in the near future. And I do see it possibly happening this weekend, you guys. It's possibly could happen this weekend, and I'm really excited because I definitely want to see you guys make some profits. I know I had some losing trades throughout last week, I think, on Bitcoin, so I want to be able to make up for that with some more profitable gains as well. So going back into it, I'm glad. Hopefully, you guys took my suggestion yesterday with the dollar, or starting with gold, waiting for that breakout. And if we did wait that breakout, we saw that swing to the downside. So as of right now, price doesn't look like we're going to get that upside just yet. We're going to wait for consolidation. After we see that consolidation, then price will definitely be moving to the upside. So been making a good profits, taking AUD, NZD, trading the swings in the ADR, and applying some of the principles you taught us on the last one. Awesome. That's so great, Justin. That's really awesome to hear, man. Yeah, bro. You can use any of those analysis. I'm going to have more next week. I'm going to go over all the basics. I actually am writing them down right now in my notebook, and I'm going to go over those specifics, algorithm aspects, and trading strategies that I've been able to apply to, make a good amount of money trading in the markets by looking at those average daily range, weekly highs, daily highs, breakouts of the highs, stop hunts, and then obviously retracing and then seeing where market price is going to go. So I'm going to actually just regurgitate a lot of this stuff next week, so subconsciously it already is reprogrammed in your guys' mind, so you can be able to use this, because over and over and over again I had to re-study this, so then I was able to obviously teach you guys that, because you'll know when you learn something, when you can be able to apply it, and then not just apply it but teach other people about it too. So what I want to see, you guys, is that we see a swing to the high. After we see a swing to the high, I want to see a break and retest of this breakout consolidation area. So we have that consolidation area right here. So if we're going to look for gold, we're going to look for a nice buy area. So the consolidation of gold right here, and then we're going to see a retest to that low. And then after we see that retest to that low, we're going to definitely see a false head and shoulders pattern, trap those sellers. After we trap those sellers, probably at 1300, we're going to probably shoot back up price and move back to the highs. So theoretically, this would be Monday, or this is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday would be this high. And then, or Wednesday would be the break to the upside, breaking this previous high right here. So Wednesday of next week, I'm definitely going to be looking for a long position on gold. That should be a good analysis on where I'll be able to formulate my pricing on making that bullish trade for gold as well. So still waiting for gold trade, waiting for a breakout and retrace. Exactly, yeah. So I'm still waiting for that. Still waiting for that retest. So it's been it hasn't been a slow week, but I've definitely been really just watching the markets this week. I've been busy with other stuff as well, but I've been just honestly just watching the markets and seeing the best things for me. I know that March is going to be one of the bulk of March, and definitely March and April are usually the bulk of months that I make a lot of money. So I'm actually just watching the markets right now because patience, my mentor always taught me this, is being patient, it always makes you richer, because whenever you are impatient, you make stupid mistakes and you trade things that aren't really there, and then you end up just over trading. So then you waste your capital, and you're in a rush to go nowhere, essentially, right? You're in a rush to go where, right? To space? No, we're not going to space. We're here on this living earth. So why are we so rushed to get rich? Why are we so impatient, right, for the process? And that's what causes a lot of traders to lose a lot of money. So for me, even for instance, I'm just waiting. I'm not a person that has to trade every single day. I do not have to trade, and freaking have my eyes glued to a screen every day. I don't do that anymore. I don't even think that's healthy. So I really believe that, just wait for a position, wait for a setup, wait for that setup to happen, and then trade, because then you have more confidence in yourself. Because if you're trading all the time and then you're taking trades just to take them, you're gambling, then you lose your own self-confidence. And once you lose your own self-confidence, everything else falls up beneath you. You got to have that self-confidence, especially when it comes to trading, because it's only you that can only make mistakes. So it's really important. And obviously I can make mistakes too for you guys. That's definitely, I'll take responsibility for that. But at the end of the day, it's up to you guys to pull that trigger and to look at those signals that I give you guys and stuff like that. And obviously I'm not perfect. I do lose trades as well. And I do lose sometimes bigger than I usually do. No more than usually 2 to 3%. But, sometimes I do have those big loss trades, but, that's just a part of the process of us just becoming profitable traders and so forth. So moving forward, you guys, we can see that USD JPY is definitely going to have a short position next month. Definitely liquidity trap at highs, liquidity trap at 1100 or 1100. I'll just say that. It sounds weird. 1100. We can definitely see liquidity hitting up to the upside. Then we're going to see a downwards drop to the downside. We want to definitely see a first take profit at 109,500, and we want to see a nice slick perfect profit here. So I want to see a breakout to the downside in the near future. What this is, you guys, is that I showed you guys before in previous videos, is that you guys look at my previous videos. Market makers, which is the market maker liquidity providers for most of our brokers, they will trap liquidity in an area for a long period of time, induce a reaction, induce a response. After the response has been figuratively acted upon, they'll trap price, right? They don't work, market makers and banks and institutions don't work slow the way they want to move price. They move very quickly, right? They put a lot of market in the market. So when you see that these areas of the market are working very slowly, you have to think to yourself, all right, this is obviously a trap. Where is the trap trying to go towards, right? Where are the bankers looking to make most profit? Well, if you look at price, right, let's look at the dates and look at price, right? From this swing low to this swing high, right, we're in basically a 50-day range consolidation, right? A 400 buying since 20, 30 years ago. Trailing stops, trailing stops, trailing stops, trailing stops, trailing stops, trailing stops, right? Hit their trailing stops. Might even go lower. Hit trailing stops, induce one more time, and then continue with a bearish momentum, right? So this is what happens a lot of time with market price. People don't understand that when you're getting into these areas, you have to understand the market makers are looking to manipulate price. Factor in these different demeanors, these different price levels, these different time frequencies, because everything is based off time. Time is unity. Without time, we're non-existent. We have to be able to, it's going to move to the downside, and we're going to see, and we're going to catch that, right? We're going to catch it. We'll even see up here, right? We'll even look for a perfect example of market price doing that earlier. So if we go to previous structure, time consolidation, once again, same thing here. Price will be trapped for a certain amount of time from here to here. So we're basically in a 75-day consolidation between 300 pips, 350 pips. After we see that consolidation, because guess what? People are what? Buying. All these things are buy levels. These things don't happen because of like random price action. No, this is because price is being moved into one area because there's a lot of orders. Trading stops, trailing stops, trailing stops. Liquidity trap for 75 days. Hit your stops. Basically, look how just look how quickly they move price out of that area compared to how long it took them to make that area, right? So in basically 12 days, we can even say 19 days, they took what took them to hit for 75 days, it took them basically 20 days to break out. So that's what we're talking about, market manipulation. Market price manipulation is due to time. Everything is based off time. Time is unity. Time is the thing that makes us exist on this planet, right? Time, the silicate time matrix, if you want to so call it. So we are just, you know, basically slaves to time, right? Time for us, you know, to be on this earth, on this planet. So they're using the same psychological aspects as we live on, this universal aspect, to basically manipulate price to define where we're going to be in the near future. So this is some of the stuff that I like to talk about because price definitely has these areas, hit these breakout areas for a period of time. So we got to look for these time valued entities to be able to factually market our understanding. Like look at USD CAD, right? USD CAD was a huge one last year, right? So we have USD CAD last year, insane, right? This is the biggest one. See how long they're driving price up, right? Look at how long they're driving price up. And look how quickly they drop price down, right? Where they had that false breakout, and then now they have the maybe false inverse head and shoulders, but definitely are going short. But I mean, just look at this over and over and over again. The time, everything's valued off time because they know, right? London session, Tokyo set, or London session, Tokyo session, New York session, Sydney session. These sessions are based off time frequency. So they allow you to determine the strategies that we're able to consider valued through time. Everything's based off this. So the strategies we use is also based off time. And I'm going to teach you guys more about that next week on how I'm able to implement the time and know when the breakout will happen based off these basic structures of the algorithm that where the market likes to take these time. If we were to see USD CAD, and as we can see right here, this looks like an inverse head and shoulders, right? Perfect inverse head and shoulders. Even if we see this value go up to basically